Okay, this is a question on statement of cash flows. Now, when you get a question on statement of cash flows, okay, first you should just read the question and analyze the question, especially the statement of financial position, and see whether the figures between the 2 years given has increased or decreased. Okay, now let's start from the statement of profit or loss given here. Okay, now from here, what we can first work out is the operating profit before taxation. Now that is actually the first figure that we will be entering in our statement of cash flows. Okay, so operating profit before taxation. Okay, so how do we calculate this figure? Okay, now this is actually profit before interest and tax. Okay, so what we have been given in the question is profit after tax and profit before tax. Okay, so this profit before tax, is actually the profit figure after adjusting for interest. So what we will do now is to add back, we will actually minus the interest received of 12 and add back interest paid of 8. Okay, so that will give us 129. Okay, next, statement of financial position. Okay, we can see here that intangible assets has increased by 405. Okay, so this will go into the statement of cash flows, and we will label it as payments to acquire intangible assets under investing activities. Okay, tangible assets, we have land and buildings. Okay, we can see that the figure has increased. Okay, and it has increased by 72. And down here in note number 2, it says that there has been no sales of non-current assets during the year. So, no disposal of asset, and which means that the increase of 72 pound here represents the land and building bought during the year. Okay, so that will go into the statement of cash flows under investing activities, and we will label it as payments to acquire land and building. Okay, we have accumulated depreciation here, and it shows that the amount has increased by 20. Okay, so that will go to the statement of cash flows as depreciation 20. Okay, under adjustments. Okay, under adjustments. All right, next, inventory has increased by 10. Okay, trade receivables has increased by 12, and bank has decreased by 10. Okay, right. Okay, so bank is considered as a cash and cash equivalent. Okay, and there's no other cash and cash equivalent in the question, which means that at the end of our statement of cash flows, this is the answer that we should be getting. Okay, this is what we should be getting, 10,000 pound. Which is a decrease in cash and cash equivalent. Okay, next, trade payables has increased by 9. Okay, we have taxation here. Alright, so let's open up the tax account. Okay, starting with the balance brought down. Okay, on the credit side. So why is it on the credit side? 38. Why is it on the credit side? Because it is a current liability. Balance carried down. 40. Okay, and from the statement of profit or loss, we have taxation for the year 40, and what we are looking for is the cash that has been used up to pay for tax during the year. Okay, and how much is the amount? 38. Okay, so this 38 will go into the statement of cash flows. Yeah, it will be recorded as a cash outflow. Okay, next, debentures 70 to 80, it has increased by 10, which means that the company has issued debenture during the year. The company has borrowed more money during the year. Okay, right. Ordinary share capital has increased by 400,000. Yeah, which means that the company has issued more ordinary share capital during the year, and this is a cash inflow. And finally, okay, we have retained profits here. Okay, so let's try to understand about retained profits here. Okay, so what we have here, okay, is the balance. Okay, balance from the previous year, 135. Okay, and we have profit for the year. Okay, profit for the year of 93, and we have dividends paid during the year, so minus dividends paid 45. Okay, so that gives us 183. Okay, so this is the figure that will go to the statement of cash flows. Yeah, dividends paid. Okay, now with these workings, okay, we are now ready to prepare the statement of cash flows. Okay, now we are ready to prepare the statement of cash flows. Okay, so first write the headings. Okay, the title, the title of the statement, or the name of the statement of cash flows for the end of 31st December 20-4. Okay, then the three headings, yeah, so starting with cash flow from operating activities, okay, followed by cash flow from investing activities, and then cash flow from financing activities. So these are the three sections that we will have in our statement of cash flows. Okay, the first figure, operating profit before taxation. Okay, we have already calculated this earlier, and the figure is 129. Okay, let's just put 3 zeros at the top here. Okay, now next, depreciation. Okay, we have already calculated depreciation earlier. Okay, from the question, okay, we have depreciation of 20,000 pounds. Okay, 149. Okay, next we will record the movement in working capital. Okay, so inventory has increased by 10 pounds. That is a cash outflow. Trade receivables has increased by 12 pounds. That is a cash outflow. And trade payables has increased by 9 pounds. That is a cash inflow. Okay, sorry. Okay, we do not need the bracket here. Okay, so 9 pounds. Okay, now 13. Okay, and cash generated by operating activities is 136. Okay, now let me just erase this. Okay, the next thing that we should be recording is tax. paid, and also interest paid. Okay, now tax. We have prepared the tax account earlier, and from there we know that the tax that has been paid during the year is 38. It's a cash outflow. And from the question, the interest that has been paid during the year is 8. Okay, so we have 46 here and 90. Okay, and this we will label as net cash flow from operating activities. Okay, so that is the first section. Okay, for our statement of cash flows. Okay, this is what we call as cash flows from operating activities. Okay, let's now move on to investing activities. Okay, cash flows from investing activities. Okay, first let's record the payment to acquire intangible asset. So what we have here is an increase in intangible asset. So that reflects a cash outflow 405 405. Okay, next, payment to acquire land and building, as what we have seen earlier. Okay, there's new land and building bought during the year, and the cost is 72. Okay, next, interest received 12. This is a cash inflow. Okay, so what we have here is net cash flow used in investing activities. Okay, it is an active figure, right? 465. Okay, so that gives us 375. Okay, and the final section in financing activities. Okay, so the company has issued ordinary shares during the year. Okay, so we have a cash inflow of 400. Okay, the company has issued additional debenture during the year, so that is a cash inflow of 10,000. And dividends paid during the year, this is a cash outflow. Right. Okay, net cash flow from financing activities 365. So that will give us the figure that we are looking for, which is a net decrease in cash and cash equivalent of 10,000. Okay, now let's record the cash and cash equivalent at the beginning and at the end of the year. Okay, so the only cash and cash equivalent that we have in this question is bank. Alright, so we have 42 here, and we have 32 here. Okay, so does it tally? Negative 10 plus 42 should give us 32. So that means this should be fine. Whatever that we have done should be correct. Alright.